So you want to know about persistence. You also want to know about controlling your thoughts. Wow, that's an interesting one. You also want to know about angels. So we've got persistence. Saka, stop this nonsense. Persistence, dedication, angels, and thought control. So those were the things that came up. So let's talk about this. Okay, but let me just first get to my seat over here, alright? Because I need to sit and ground a bit. You want to see the water? And the dogs? There's the water. Right, starting with thoughts. We're starting with thoughts. So the whole idea that thoughts control your reality works like this. Let's say you're driving home, it's late at night, you see a car pull up behind you. What do your thoughts do? That is going to show you where you need to heal. That is going to show you where you've been wounded, and it's going to show you what you can overcome if you choose. And you might be wondering, like, why? How does that work? Well, if you're driving home and you see a car pull up behind you and you don't see anything, it's dark, you don't see anything, you just see two headlights behind you. Pay attention to your thoughts. If your thoughts are saying, if your thoughts are saying there's a particular person behind you, maybe you think there's cops behind you, and maybe you've been hurt by cops or even molested by cops, or I don't know why that came in, but that word came in, maybe you have been, and now you need to feel those feelings. So your thoughts are kind of directing you to your feelings, because that's not a cop behind you. Chances are that's just an average, ordinary civilian car. It could also work with if you think there's a girl in the car behind you and you're worried about, how you come off to girls. It could also be different. It could be if there's a guy behind you and you're worried about, I don't know what's coming in for that. Opportunity, missed opportunity. Maybe you're worried that you're missing opportunities with the other sex, specifically with guys. I'm getting a feeling that girls are feeling like they're missing opportunities with guys. I can guarantee you that guys feel the same way, so you don't need to worry so much about that. What you should do rather is, instead of focusing on that feeling, feel that feeling and see what thoughts it brings, and then just do that. There are tools that you should be doing. There are routines that you should be doing. As long as you're doing those routines, you're going to start grounding yourself. As long as you start grounding yourself, you're going to start being able to control your thoughts. As soon as you can start to control your thoughts, you will then be able to start seeing the real wounds and the real issues. Because the issue is not that it's a girl. The issue is not that it's a cop. The issue is that something inside you is telling you that you should be afraid, or that you're feeling a particular way. You control your feelings by controlling your thoughts. So that's just that first one there. As for that missed opportunity one, I just want to let you know, everybody, literally feels like everybody is feeling like they're just missing opportunities and they don't understand why or how or what they can do to change things. The first thing, the piece of advice there is to take risks. Take risks, but don't do it. If you can feel that there's going to be a rejection and you really can't handle that now, then just leave it. That's going to empower you, in fact. When you start to realize that you can leave opportunity behind, because there will be something more in the future. There already is something coming to you in the future. That's how the universe works. It's not just going to abandon you. If you leave something behind, it's because there's something even more that's going to come towards you. Like, think about it this way. How many people go into a half-assed relationship because they're afraid that they won't find somebody, and then they're not happy? Meanwhile, you get other people who have been single for 5 years and they're like the happiest you could ever, and they're also empowered and confident and self-assured. Why? Because they know themselves. They don't rely on other people. That's the power of your thoughts. So your thoughts, you shouldn't be pushing your thoughts away, but you shouldn't be allowing them to control you either. If your thought is really harping on you to a point where it's a fixation, that's when you need to eradicate that thought. How do you do that? Action. Action's a very good thing. Plant medicine can be useful as well, but you really got to watch that, as I have experienced or come to realize. You really got to watch that plant medicine stuff, because that is very trippy and it can really overwhelm. It can also mess you up in other ways, but initially, when you're psychic and initially you're trying to figure things out, it could be very beneficial, okay, especially with your thoughts. And magic mushrooms, I will never say no to magic mushrooms, but again, just be aware that things could happen to you, okay? Not anything bad, but definitely scary things that will make you face your thoughts without you having control over it. That's what's going to happen there. Okay, so that's the thoughts. If more comes in for the thoughts later on, we'll talk about it. The next thing that we need to chat about is confidence. You're feeling like you're lacking confidence. And some of you are feeling like you're super confident some days and then you're vulnerable the other days. Give me 1 second. I just got to feel the energies of people passing. And the doggos as well. And we got cars at the back there as well. Okay. So. Okay, just because some of you might be wondering this, some of you are wondering why I stop when people pass. The reason I stop is because I'm not here to read them, I'm here to read you. They have their own energies, and sometimes it's frantic, and it's better for me to focus on this. So when there's other energy, external energy, I'd rather sit and ground in that energy and then let it pass, rather than have it sit inside me and then I have to try and figure it out. Because that's what I'm doing here instead. The next thing, perseverance and persistence. You want to know how you can be more dedicated? Oh, well, that's going to resolve your confidence issues that we just talked about, which I completely forgot about. So your confidence, you probably feel inconfident because you feel like you're not making progress. But then what you need to do is remind yourself that the days where you do feel confident, and the fact that you're having more and more of those, shows you physically in the real world, it shows you that you are making progress. And if you feel like you're not, if you feel like it's been months that you're not confident, oh my god, there's a lot of energy right now. Okay, dedication. You're dedicating too much time to something that isn't of yourself. That's the biggest thing that's come right now. Stop focusing on what other people want of you. Stop focusing on what you think you need to deliver to society. Stop focusing on all of that bullshit. You need to become free, my friend. You need to become free. Friends, multiple, plural. I just need to get away from the cars because I'm now getting a lot of impatience energy. And impatience energy and noise, impatience energy and people, it doesn't work. I need to get away from this. And you'll notice how the universe makes it that there's more noise when the energy comes up. And that is a standard. That happens for everybody. Your reality shapes around you as you have thoughts or as you have feelings and energy come, because it's showing you what you need to heal or what you need to focus on. Remember that sometimes it just requires focus. In fact, most of the time it just requires your attention and focus. You don't need to worry if you're actually healing. You don't need to worry. So you're worried. You're worrying that you're not making progress. You're worrying. You need to start discerning. Oh my god, why is there so much energy going on? God, I am struggling to get the words out of my mouth. Jesus. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this for a bit. I need to sit in nature. Alright, guys, the peeps telling me that I should have my camera out through all of this. I think that's just my higher self telling me that, but that's part of this. Bitterness. You hate people. You're angry. You're so angry. God damn, dude, you're so fucking angry. You've just been hurt and betrayed and belittled and let down, and people are god-awful, people are disgusting. You've never had someone that you could truly rely on. Man, that's rough. Fuck, I'm sorry, dude. Okay. So you think people are a letdown. You think that you have to go it alone because you will never find someone that you can actually trust. You see everybody making the same mistakes over and over, and you wonder why nothing changes. You then wonder why when you do make changes, everybody battles and fights you and just wants to just kick you in the ass and beat you down, and you wonder what the hell you can do to change things. Oh my God. Fuck. That's a lot of energy, dude. I'm just feeling you right now. And it makes you so angry. You want to kill. You're so angry that you wouldn't care if you murdered somebody. You're so angry that you think some people deserve death. You're so angry that all the leaders and all the people that we're supposed to look after and look at, and you're just fucking angry because you're so hurt. And you're wondering, how do you make a difference in a world like this, where every single person that you see that has success has gotten that success in a way that is not a way that you want to do it. They've gotten their success by stepping on other people, beating other people down, being corrupt, stealing, thieving, conniving, and you don't want to do that. But as a result, you have been hit with poverty left, right, and center. You have been hit with people disregarding you, disobeying you, calling you stupid. You're not stupid, by the way. If someone says that about you, and in fact, if someone says anything awful about you, it's because that's how they feel about themselves. Just take a moment with me here. Let's breathe and be at peace a little bit. Okay, you can't see too well. Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm already sick and now I'm going ahead and crying. It just doesn't work, okay? And I don't have tissues. But I have grass. That's right, I have grass. Mother Nature, bruh. Anyway. Okay. I'm really not sure what to do with this energy that I'm getting. What I'm going to do is start dishing out some tools. The first one is that you need to improve your self-talk. Okay, I don't like the words need. I don't think it fits. But at the end of the day, that's what has to happen. There's no way around this. You can't evolve unless your self-talk starts improving. That's why thoughts was such a big thing earlier. You might be telling yourself things like, I will never escape this place. Everything is so stagnant. How come they can make things happen and I can't? How come when I take a risk, things don't happen? How come when I put myself out there, I'm rejected or hurt or betrayed? You might be asking yourself these things. That's the issue. Stop asking yourself those questions. Those questions are creating your reality for you. What you need to start doing is living for yourself. So a lot of you, most of you, it's either a relationship, it's always a relationship, but it's either a romantic relationship or it's your work. And you get this a lot at work. Work is a very toxic, disgusting place with the way that everything is corrupt in this day and age. And all the leaders just want to, you'll get paid peanuts, but they'll take all the millions and they don't do the work and stuff. So that's the main issue, is that you're seeing reality for what it is. And that's actually a very beneficial thing. But as you see it for what it is, you're taking it personal. And that's the biggest issue. I would suggest that you take some time to reassess the way that you perceive your life. If someone calls you stupid, you can either take that to heart and get angry or apprehensive or whatever the feeling comes up. Or you can look at them and you can see their wound. And you can. But before you get that, if you're so beaten and so wounded that you really don't know what to do next, the first thing you need to do is start looking after yourself. That's the only thing you need to do. Right now, that's the only thing you need to do. In fact, in this lifetime, that's pretty much all you need to do. You need to look after yourself. But what does that mean? It means being healthy. It means cutting out the carbs when you know you shouldn't have. But it also means letting yourself have carbs when you know you really want carbs. It means finding balance. That's literally what it is. Balance, being grounded, having just one or two routines. Some people will need a lot more routines. Some people need a lot fewer routines. But you should have routines. It's part of being grounded. Okay? Actually, it's just part of hygiene, pretty much. You got to brush your teeth. You got to eat. You got to do these things. Drinking water, that's a ding, 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 ding. Guys, drink your water. Ding, 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 ding. And that's hitting me as well. Drink water. I know, dude. I'm thirsty, but I've been drinking water. But you guys got to start drinking water, number one. What is that going to do for you? It's going to heal you. It's going to soothe you. That water running through your system doesn't have enough right now. Some of you are okay, but some of you don't. Some of you need that water because your energy is getting stuck. That's why you feel stuck in places. Your heart energy is so stuck. That's where all that wound, that's where all that trauma is. You've really broken your heart. Let's finish this reading. My phone died earlier. And I haven't even checked I haven't touched that other footage, so I don't recall entirely what it was all about. But what I am aware of is that this reading in particular is a lot more about us feeling things together and a lot less about us finding solutions and resolving issues. Why am I coming in the car? That's what she said. Okay, but all seriousness, why am I coming in the car? That's what she said. Josh, stop it. Okay, I'm sorry. So, I'm just coming in the car just because it's a little bit more private. I don't have everyone's energy around me. So I'm not currently alone. So I just need to be alone so that I can do this. So, also I like the car. The car's actually where a lot of the healing happens. Now, the reading. There's not much more to say. I just hope that this has helped you figure out certain things. Not necessarily that you figured things out, but more that I've brought open. So that was the purpose, is to bring open the wounds. It's like I'm opening a veil for you to then look inside and see your own wounds. And then you can see those wounds and see where they came from and how they were inflicted upon you and what you could do to help yourself heal. I can't give you, this is a collective reading, I can't give you individual tools to help you deal with this specific trauma. What I do, something is coming in. Something about pressure. There's something about pressure coming in. I don't know what that is. Maybe you're feeling pressured. Okay, you're feeling pressured. So maybe some of you are feeling pressured for some reason sexual. Some of you are feeling sexually pressured. Maybe, oh, okay. So it's not just about sex. It's actually about a whole relationship. So there is definitely a relationship that you should think about changing things up. It's very much, there's a toxic trait going on there. And in fact, it's a repetition. So you've been repeating these. That's why you think that you've hurt yourself. That's what it is. Okay, so what came in was when I said that you hurt yourself earlier. I think a lot of you are thinking like, how the hell did I do this to myself? So we do it all to ourselves. But I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole big, huge topic to dive into. But essentially what I'm saying there is that you have the choice. So everything that has happened has happened. Whether you think you did it, whether you don't like that it happened, whether you're grateful for it happening, which is what you should be working towards now. You should be working towards gratitude for the past, no matter how damaged or damaging or volatile it was, because that got you where you are now. And if you think, well, I really hate where I am now, I can't stand where I am, I can't stand being here, what am I doing, I don't know what I'm doing, well, don't worry. Even us who do have everything together, not only have we gotten through moments like that, but on an ongoing basis, you're going to go through moments like that. That's part of life, bruh. Things happen. Circumstance changes. There's no getting around that. Okay, this little string is just to commemorate miracles. So this is just a reminder of miracles. So let's just all remind ourselves that miracles do happen, and that helps us build our faith. So pressure. So the energy is toxic, it's volatile, it's up and down. Some of you think that it's a healthy relationship. So some of you think that whatever you've got going on with this other person or being or entity, whether it's a workplace or a group, there's teams as well in this, or a romantic interest, that's the biggest one. That's in work because we are taught that we need to cling to those relationships, but you are now going to teach yourself otherwise. You're going to teach yourself that no relationship deserves your attention unless it is exactly what you want from that relationship is being given to you. And I don't mean that every relationship has to be perfect and that you must have such high standards that nobody will ever pass them. High standards is important. And the fact that most people won't pass them is actually a very good thing. Don't think that, okay, so now there's another energy, loneliness. So people are afraid that they're going to be alone if they listen to this advice. No, well, yes, you are going to be alone. Some up for 5 years, 6 years. 6 years, that's a big number that you might be completely alone. Not necessarily alone away from people. Some of you, yes. Some of you for 3 years, you'll be away from people. Maybe you need to go into nature and do stuff there. Ground yourself. Maybe you've been so toxic. Just people just dumped their S word on you and you've had enough. So you need to escape. Those of you who feel like they really need to get away, you need to get away. Those of you who are on the fence currently, just like I was a few months ago, in fact, the beginning of this month, I'm at a workplace, it gives me money, it provides me stability, but, there was always that big but. And if I could think of even one reason why I shouldn't be there, then maybe it's a good idea to not be there, but no, I could think of hundreds. Meanwhile, I was sitting thinking like, okay, just like you might be thinking, okay, it's helping me, it's providing for me, it's stabilizing me, what is it really doing? You need to decide what it's doing, because what your goal now is to see if you can get those needs met elsewhere. And if you can't, if there's something that you get from this person that you can't get elsewhere, you might want to identify why you feel you need it. So for example, some of you are thinking sex right now. Some of you, especially the guys, there are some girls actually, but especially the guys' minds are very wired like that. And you might be thinking, well, I've got sexual desires and I can't get it out in the world. I don't know how to interact with people. I don't know, everything is just so daunting. The world is daunting and I'm not sure where to go with this. Well, then, my dear friends with a Z, because we're cool like that. My dear friends, you need to realize that sex is just what it is, okay? Nothing big about it. There's nothing crazy about it. Especially if you're relying on that as a form of a coping mechanism, then you actually need to stop. You need to stop what you're doing right now. You need to get out of there. You need to escape. You need to escape. Okay, I don't like the words need to, but damn, man, are they not throwing this at me. You need to. You need to change your life. You're thinking that this other person or this other thing is the thing that is keeping you alive right now. It's the thing that's keeping you grounded. It's the thing that's keeping you stable. No, wait, no. Ew. No, dude. That relationship should not exist anymore. And there are some of you now that are thinking, well, there is a relationship that I do want to build. I can't go into that right now because I'm currently in the midst of something of that of my own, and that means that we would have a collective reading with me included, and that means that we would need a long session, maybe an hour session. So we won't go into that now. But I wanted to finish up with just if you need to, you can revisit this video, I suppose, but because I know it was all over the place. But that's kind of the point of these readings. It's not necessarily about anything. It's actually just about what I get, because the reason it's all over the place is because there's a lot of you. So it's like we need to cater. We need to cater. We need to give this a little bit there and this a little bit there. And as this goes on, you'll notice, if you stick with me, you'll notice that more of your wounds that were mentioned subtly in one of these videos will be boom, shaka. It'll be highlighted in the next video. And I'm not even kidding you. That's kind of just how this happens, okay? Not my doing. That's the universe doing its own thing, its own miracles, right? It knows what it's doing for you. But the first thing is, if you're being hurt, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Do you think that you deserve this? That's the biggest thing. You probably think that you deserve this on some level, some subconscious. I don't really think it's a subconscious level. I actually think it's a hidden ego level, because the subconscious is a little bit more dicey. It's a little bit more dicey than that. But on some level, which you can't get to yet, or you're refusing to acknowledge, they're telling me you're there. You know this. You know that you shouldn't be in this relationship. You know that your soul and your heart is dying to get away. And meanwhile, you're busy telling yourself, but it's safe, but it's stable, but it's comfortable. Ew, dude. Comfort? Are you serious? Don't settle for less, okay? You deserve the best, and that's what you should go and achieve. Why do you feel this way? Because of all the hurt mentioned in the past, that other section. You've been hurt, and just freaking, my God, I am getting rape. I am getting molestation. Oh, my God. I'm getting a lot of stuff, dude. I'm getting violence. I'm getting murder. You've seen murder. I'm getting some really crazy stuff coming out of this, and it's made you a lot afraid, and it's made you very complacent. Maybe you feel stagnant in your emotions because you refuse to let yourself feel. There's a lot that you need to unveil. There's a lot that you need to uncover. And I'm sorry that you gotta have to go through this. I'm also feeling a little bit awkward about all this emotion. But the fact is, the emotion is important. I'm not gonna hide it, because you shouldn't hide it either. Your goal right now is to see that emotion is okay, so that you can then start identifying that you have feelings, and you're feeling something that you're not letting yourself feel. I know that sounds weird, right? But that's the truth. That's what's come out. Boom shaka. That's where I'm gonna end this now. So I hope all of this has helped you. We will talk about hurt again coming up. Hurt is a big thing. Hurt, oh my God. This is one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest life cycle generations of Earth. Not necessarily in that we're going through war and stuff, even though there is some of that around, and some of us are going to really struggle. But all of us are going to struggle, and the reason being is that if you're watching this video, or if you're watching any of these sorts of videos, or even if you're just inclined to heal and evolve, the universe is automatically already going to make things happen for you, and you're just going to have to work with the energy that comes your way. That means no hiding from your feelings. That means observing your thoughts, and even interacting with them if you need to, but interactions should be healthy. Journaling is the best thing you can do for yourself, okay? Especially when you're in the state that you're in right now. This has taken me way down. I'm back up now again, but when I go through that emotion, I come right down here, and it reminds me of where I was a few years ago. And the only thing that really helped me hone in on my thoughts was journaling. I'm not saying that you need to journal. Everybody has different things that they need to do, right? Tools are important, routine tools. For example, the hygiene things, your standards should be brushing twice a day, drinking 2 to 4 liters of water. Forget about all that science, okay? Everyone that says, oh, I'm going to overdrink, and oh, I'm going to overhydrate, or oh, I'm dehydrated. No. Just listen to yourself, especially if you think you're hungry. First have a cup of water and see what happens to you. Okay, then see if you feel hungry anymore. But for real, dudes, I need to go. So that's this. I hope this has helped. Like I said, we'll bring up hurt again in the future, in the past. That's interesting. We'll bring up... What the hell? Okay. Past hurt, future hurt. So you're afraid to be hurt like you have been in the past. Oh my God. Some of you have just burst into tears. I'm sorry about that. But I'm also super grateful for that. I love you a lot, and that hurt that we've just mentioned. Now, whatever that wound has inflicted in, or was inflicted in you, you can now see it a little bit. We'll start bringing it more into light as we go forth. Okay, for those of you who've been hurt by lovers, please know firstly that part of that was your own doing. Not necessarily, it was your own doing in that you made the choice to be with that person. And definitely some of you knew that something was going on there. Some of you knew that you shouldn't be there. Some of you knew that you were going to get hurt, and you stayed anyways in hopes. And now because you had that hope, you're afraid to have hope again. That's a big deal. But you should have hope, especially if you're taking these steps now, watching these videos or checking someone else's videos, whatever it is. You should have hope, because hope is that you're making a change. Boom. You're already making a change. Good job. Okay, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, just on that one. So if you were hurt by a lover in the past, please, they're just reiterating that you don't need to worry about future love. You don't need to worry about future love because you're now taking the right steps. So you're now taking the appropriate action. Work on yourself. Don't find something in someone else. Find something in yourself first that you can bring to another person if they need it. So the point of relationships, especially with lovers, is that you guys, there has to be opposites, but there also has to be equals. And the point is that the opposites are going to rebel against each other to show the wounds of the past so that you guys can heal together. And sometimes that means a turbulent start. Sometimes it means you really want to be in a relationship, but no. This is a completely different video. All I want to say is that don't worry. If you want love, you can have love, okay? But you need to make sure that you are happy. You need to make sure that you are grounded, you are safe, you are provided for. And in that, I mean, you provide for yourself, okay? How? Well, a lot of people think I have to go work and make money. No, just be in contact with the universe and things are going to happen in your favor. I love you guys, like I said already, and I'm going to go now because I got dinner waiting for me, and I'm super excited about it, and I cannot wait to eat it. Bye! Mwah.